among all radio station, Emirate Radio, the station of your choice. We take the lead among all radio station, Emirate Radio, the station of your choice. We take the lead among all radio station, Emirate Radio, the station of your choice. We take the lead among all radio station, Emirate Radio, the station of your choice. We take the lead among all radio station, Emirate Radio, the station of your choice.
Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome to today's newspaper review on Emirate Radio. We are located behind Federal Ministry of Environment of Ojeba Road, Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria. I am Misturah Issa, and with me,
I am Alimah Abdulsalam. Good morning. How was your night? Did you have a wonderful night rest? And hope your Monday wasn't very stressful, because Mondays can be stressful. Hope you dealt with it very well.
On today's newspaper, we'll be looking at the Punch newspaper, Daily Post newspaper, the Royal News newspaper,
the Leadership newspaper, and the Nation's newspaper.
Before we go into the stories, first, let's read the headline. On the Vanguard newspaper here with me, power-hungry politicians seeking to remove Tinubu's presidency.
Starting from the Daily Post newspaper this morning, relief material distribution turns chaotic in Niger as beneficiary loots items.
Heading to the Daily Post newspaper, controversy trails Governor Makinde's 3 billion naira loan.
Still on the Daily Post newspaper, El-Rufai doesn't understand democracy, says Shehu Sani.
On Punch newspaper, anti-party allegations not enough to punish Wike, says PDP.
The last from the Daily Post newspaper, top PDP leaders. Wike loyalists demand retention of PDP chairmanship in North Central Fresh Congress.
Also, on Punch newspaper, no mistake choosing you, Tinubu hailed Shettima at 59.
Speaking from the Leadership newspaper, I haven't decided party to join after APC, says Marafa.
I'm still glued to Daily Post. Nigerian comedian Zanku Comedy dies in fatal car accident.
Heading to the Punch newspaper this morning, Kanu CP urges officers to uphold integrity.
Heading to the Guardian, federal government to restore Abuja Kaduna train track in 10 days.
Still on the Punch newspaper this morning, federal government oil firms sign contracts for offshore blocks.
Heading to the Royal News newspaper, Natip rescue 12 women from traffickers in Kano.
Heading to the Nation's newspaper this morning, military eliminates terrorists, arrest 13, rescue 15 in nationwide crackdown.
And lastly, on Daily Post newspaper, concerns over Nigerian government delay payment of contractors. Okay, let's dive into the stories. On the Vanguard newspaper, power-hungry politicians seeking to remove Tinubu, says presidency. Special advisor to the president on media and strategy, Bayo Ononuga, has described those calling for the removal of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu from office as power-hungry politicians who feel politically displaced. He spoke against the backdrop of comments of former Kaduna State Governor Malam Nasir El-Rufai that the president would not be re-elected in 2027. The former Kaduna governor had, in an interview on the national TV on Sunday, that was one of Bola Tinubu's biggest campaigners but could not deliver the state to him. Bola Tinubu instead couldn't win in state with his own governor in place, so these things are not as rhetorical as people want them to be. If we want to engage in self-delusion, you are free to do so. I will not tell you how how we are going to win, but I will tell you very clearly the worst case scenario in 2027 elections is that no winner will emerge the first round.
Wahala. Picking from the Daily Post newspaper this morning, relief material distribution turns chaotic in Niger as beneficiary loots items. A relief materials distribution program organized by Honorable Adamu Tanko, lawmaker representing Suleja Tafa constituency in Niger State, designated into chaos when a crowd of people allegedly resorted to looting of items. The incident occurred on Sunday when a crowd of people rushed to collect foodstuffs and other items, leading to a stampede. Reporters learned that the items were gathered in the Suleja local government stadium and beneficiaries were expected to come and collect their shares. However, this was said that instead of forming lines in orderly manner to collect their shares, beneficiaries resorted to rushing to the venue and looting them. The program turned into a chaotic situation, and efforts by security officers to retrieve the relief materials from them failed as many ran away with the materials. Confirming the development, the state police Public Relations Officer SP Wasiu Abiodun in a statement said some members of the public attempted to disrupt the empowerment program organized by the lawmaker. According to him, on the 31st of August 2025 at about 4 p.m. during an empowerment program of Honorable Adamu Tanko representing Suleja Tafa, which took place at the Suleja Stadium, some members of the crowd attempted to disrupt the exercise and began to pick some of the food items away. The PRO explained that the police operative and other security personnel deployed at the program controlled the situation. Abiodun disclosed that the security personnel retrieved the items and normally was restored without any hitch. Wahala. Imagine that they want to give you food. They want to give you items. Those items are for you. They know that it is for you. There's no point in fighting. Just form a straight line. They'll give it to you. Then they ended up looting it. You see, even aside from being greedy, even if these people want to help us normal civilians with this kind of thing that has happened, you think they want to come back and do such a thing? I feel like us civilians should just relax. It is for you. They've said it that it's an empowerment program. It is meant for you. They want to distribute it. What's the point of looting it? Looting it now, okay, if you will not finish eating it,
not all of them will even benefit
you
from
get
it, because some will take the bigger share while some will not.
Assuming this thing is for like 1,000 people and 500 people came, they loot it, somebody is carrying like 7 bags of something, and the one that is supposed to, I feel like patience works more in this kind of situation.
That is woman being for you. This our Nigeria really with goodness.
Too much.
Joining you on Daily Post newspaper, controversy trade Governor Makinde's 300 billion naira loan. Mixed reaction have continued to trade the approval of 300 billion naira loan for Governor Seyi Makinde by the Oyo State House of Assembly. This being gathered that a member of the State House of Assembly, Ibrahim Shitu, was the first person to publicly announce the approval of the loan. Shitu, who was elected on the platform of All Progressive Congress APC, represents Saki West State constituency. He cried out that he was not informed when the loan was approved, adding that the house was on Vixes. He described the loan known as needless. Shitu said, "I want it to be on record that I, Honorable Shitu Ibrahim, representing Saki West State constituency in the Oyo State House of Assembly, I am not among the lawmakers who approved a loan of 300 billion naira on August 19, 2025 and perfected on August 26, 2025 in an emergency sitting during our 6-week recess. The House is currently on a 6-week recess from July 31st to September 16, 2025. However, an emergency plenary session was arranged to approve such a loan without communicating it to all members. The lawmaker objection to the loan has been attracting different reactions. While the State House of Assembly and the state government justified the loan, the major opposition political party and some groups in the state have condemned the approval of the loan."
Wahala. To
So
think
what
of
the
it,
man
the
is
loan
saying
is
that
huge.
is not
300
included,
billion.
he's not aware that
And he said
the
that
governor, I think
they
the
are on
governor
recess.
owns
They are like on
is the
break.
leader of the state. So
On break since the 31st of July to September 16, a month and 16 days break. So it means that when the loan was approved, it is not all members that are aware. So what this man is saying now is that he personally wasn't aware,
that
and he was
knows
not part of
happened.
those people that granted approval to that kind
the
of
loan.
bogus
But the money
loan. Is much, 300 billion, not even million. God, I beg.
Is the leader. Their state
He knows
governor,
what
so
he wants to use it for. Still on the Daily Post newspaper, El-Rufai doesn't understand democracy, says Shehu Sani. Former lawmaker who represented Kaduna Central District, Shehu Sani, has lambasted the immediate past governor of the state, Nasir El-Rufai, accusing him of undermining democratic value and fostering political thuggery during his tenure. The ex-senator made this statement following the blame game between El-Rufai and the Kaduna State government over the disruption of the inauguration of the transition committee members of the ADC coalition in the state by suspected thugs over the weekend. Featuring on national television, Sani said the ex-governor lacked a true understanding of democracy because he had never participated in the struggle to restore it in Nigeria. He also alleged that El-Rufai fostered a culture of political violence in Kaduna during his tenure. He further slammed El-Rufai's leadership style, describing him as arrogant and intolerant of dissent. Wahala. This one is big. And I don't even want to
It's all the time.
It's all the time they used to drag him. All the time everybody used to have something to say about him.
President Tinubu. Heading to Punch newspaper, anti-party allegations not enough to punish Wike, says PDP. The People's Democratic Party has stated that former Rivers State Governor and current Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, cannot be sanctioned for alleged anti-party activities unless a formal petition is submitted with supporting evidence. According to the party Deputy National Legal Advisor, Mr. Okechukwu Osoha, although a disciplinary committee has been established to investigate and address internal infractions, no action has been taken against any member so far due to the absence of officially filed complaints. Osoha, speaking in Abuja yesterday, stated that while the party National Executive Committee has established a disciplinary committee led by the elder statesman, Chief Tom Ikimi, with Eyitayo Jegede as secretary, no member has been sanctioned to date. People often ask me specific. He says people also often ask him specific about the minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike. Why don't we discipline him? Why don't we take action? I tell them it is not enough to merely say someone has committed an offense. Also stated, he emphasized that anyone accusing a party member must file a formal petition and be ready to testify and present evidence when the accused is summoned. So now they are I think
wait, before we discuss this, I think this one is also about Wike.
Okay.
Top PDP leaders, Wike loyalists demand retention of PDP chairmanship in North Central Fresh Congress. Some prominent members of the People Democratic Party (PDP), loyal to Minister of the Federal Capital Territory Nyesom Wike, has insisted that the party's national chairman must remain in the North Central. Meeting in Abuja yesterday night under the platform of eminent leaders and concerned stakeholders of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), the group also demanded fresh Congress in the Southeast, Ebonyi, Anambra, and local government Congress in Ekiti State. The commune of the meeting, read by former Benue State Governor Samuel Ortom, stressed that the party must uphold fairness and respect judicial decision ahead of its national convention. The leaders restated their position that party leadership roles should remain open, inclusive, and competitive, while maintaining regional balance in line with PDP's long-standing tradition. They added that in the interest of unity and progress, and considering the party's historical role in Nigerian democracy, it was necessary to present their observation and demands to the National Working Committee ahead of the convention. This news is very long. For more details, you can check the Daily Post newspaper.
Punch newspaper or
So
the Daily Post
it's like this one is against Wike, and these people they are like in support of Wike, and they are making sure that as per they are loyal to him, anything must be done. Anything
Should tackle it.
Wahala.
I'm still going to Punch newspaper. No mistake choosing you. Tinubu hailed Shettima at 59. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has celebrated Vice President Kashim Shettima on his 59th birthday, describing him as a loyal partner and a dependable ally in the collective effort to build a more prosperous Nigeria. He said he did not make a mistake in choosing him as his deputy. This was contained in a statement issued by the president and shared by his special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Ononuga. He commended Shettima's courage and resilience since joining him on the journey to reposition the country. However, the president also expressed gratitude for Shettima's support and partnership in governance.
Happy birthday to the Vice President Kashim Shettima. We wish him long life and prosperity. Heading to the leadership newspaper this morning. I haven't decided party to join after APC, says Marfa. The former Tinubu Shettima 2023 presidential campaign coordinator in Zamfara State, Senator Kabir Marfa, says he is yet to decide on which party to join after dumping the All Progressive Congress APC. Marfa, who confirmed his resignation from the APC to a national television on Sunday, said the decision followed a meeting with the political structure last Wednesday and Thursday. In a commune issued at the end of the meeting, the leaders of the group unanimously resolved to dump the APC over what they describe as injustice, neglect, and worsening insecurity in the state. They expressed grave concern over the worsening security situation, citing recent statistics that place Zamfara as the state with the highest number of kidnapping cases in the country. Speaking on national television yesterday, Marfa, who represented Zamfara Central between 2011 and 2019, said he was still studying the political environment before he would take a decision on which party he would join. Wow.
And here what is sad news. Nigerian comedian Zanku Comedy dies in a fatal car accident. Nigeria's skit maker and content creator Raji Samad Adetola, popularly known as Mr. Zanku Comedy, is dead. Zanku was involved in a ghastly car accident along the Oyo-Ogbomosho Road in Ibadan in the early hours of yesterday. The news of the incident quickly spread on social media, with pictures and videos showing that the vehicle crashed into a ditch. Zanku, who was riding in the car alongside his friend, was rushed to the hospital. They were eventually pronounced dead a few hours after. The skit maker was popular for his unique storytelling and comedy style. He began his content creation journey in 2021. Nollywood actress Funmi Awelewa, writing on Instagram, claimed she sent one of her students who stayed close to Bowen Hospital to check on him, and he told her he was responding to treatment. However, Awelewa said despite a prayer against death, Zanku eventually passed on. For more details on these stories, visit the Daily Post newspaper.
May his soul rest in peace. Guy, when I saw this the video of the accident yesterday, I was shocked.
The car really like
it was
when I even saw the car, I said those in this car will not even,
I swear
they will even survive it.
I swear. May his soul rest in peace too. Moving to the Punch newspaper, Kano CP urges officers to uphold integrity. The Commissioner of Police in Kano State, Ibrahim Adamu Bakori, has tasked the Command's Tactical and Operation Head to set up their crime-fighting strategies and maintain the giants achieved under Operation Kunkankwara. This was contained in a statement issued yesterday by the Police Public Relations Officer SP Aliu Kiwaya. The statement noted that the CP commended the officers for their professionalism, dedication, and sacrifice, which had contributed to the state's relief peace in recent months. According to Bakori, the command has recorded notable achievements in curbing thuggery thuggery-related kind, popularly known as Daba. Daba, alongside other criminal activities. He credited the progress to the collective effort of police personnel across the state, but urged them to remain vigilant. Bakori also emphasized the importance of integrity in policing, warning against corruption and misconduct that could erode public trust.
Heading to the Guardian newspaper, federal government to restore Abuja-Kaduna train track in 10 days. The Minister of Transport said Al-Khali has assured that all things being equal, the suspended Abuja-Kaduna train line will be restored in the next 10 days. The Minister will give the assurance during an on-the-spot inspection of the ongoing clearing of the accident seen yesterday after the derailment of the train on August 26th. Said work was progressing well. He said, as you can see during my tenure, what is affected by the accident is about 150 meters, so it is not too long. We will be able to fix the sleepers, the pallet and the rail track so that we will be back to operation. This is a cardinal responsibility of the government to provide welfare for its citizens. Ali Khali disclosed that at the time the accident occurred, the locomotive was carrying 8 coaches. We have successfully moved 4 out of the place, as you can see. He, however, applauded the security and other stakeholders for their effort to ensure the safety of passengers, workers, and train facilities in the ongoing operation to restore the damaged track and coaches.
Still on the Punch newspaper, federal government oil firms sign contract for offshore blocks. The federal government, through the Nigerian Upstream Petrol Regulatory Commission, has signed a production sharing contract with Total Energies and South Atlantic Petroleum for petroleum prospecting license 2000 and 2001. The blocks awarded in the 2024 licensing round covered about 2,000 square kilometers in the Niger Delta Basin. Total Energy will hold an 80% interest as operators, while Petrol will take a 20% stake. The official package features a $10 million signature bonus alongside the production bonus of 2 million barrels and 4 million barrels, or their cash equivalent, upon achieving outputs levels of 35 million and 100 million barrels respectively. Speaking at the signing ceremony for the execution of the production sharing contract with the NNPC Limited and the Total Energies Spatro Consortium in Abuja yesterday, the NUPRC Chief Executive Officer Benga Komolafe said the deal marks a new chapter in Nigeria's upstream oil and gas industry. The development follows the Commission moves last month to unlock an additional 810,000 barrels per day from Nigeria's deep water field through its new cluster and nodal development initiative. Komolafe also praised President Bola Tinubu for reforms in the sector, including the 2024 executive order on facial investment, local content, and contract timeless, which he said add crystalled investment inflows. He said it gives a new great pleasure and indeed a deep sense of purpose to welcome you in this important closing ceremony for the execution of the production sharing contract covering petroleum prospecting license 2000 and 2001.
Also on Royal News newspaper, a native rescued 12 women from traffickers in Kano. The National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NATIP, Kano Zonal Command, has taken custody of 12 female victims of human trafficking aged between 15 and 50. The victims were intercepted on Sunday at Karota Luxury Park, Otoro Western Bypass, while allegedly being trafficked to Ghana and owned to Saudi Arabia for labor exploitation. Zonal Commander Abdullahi Babali confirmed the rescue yesterday, noting the victims from Kano, Katsina, Borno, Jigawa and Zamfara states were lured with promises of jobs abroad One suspect, Muhammad Saleh, 45, was arrested while efforts are underway to apprehend others linked to the trafficking network. Babale commended the Kano Isba board and state authorities for their support and said the victims will receive counseling and rehabilitation before being reunited with their families.
Congratulations to the rescued
That is
victims.
what most people know. They love them that there is job opportunity outside and they will take them for trafficking.
God,
there
I
is
beg.
no work in Nigeria.
God,
that
I
is
beg.
the main reason of all this.
Heading to the nation's newspaper, military eliminates terrorists, arrest 13, rescue 15 in nationwide crackdown. Troops of the Nigerian army have killed scores of terrorists and arrested 15 others in a series of coordinated operations across the country. A military source told the nation late Monday night that troop also rescued 15 kidnapped victims during onslaughts conducted from August 29 to 31st. According to the source, troop recovered a large cake of cable weapons, ammunition, explosive and illegal refined petroleum products. Providing details on the successes, the source revealed that in the Northwest Zone, troops of 17 Brigade in Katsina State and 1 Brigade Combat 10 team in Zamfara State rescued 12 kidnapped victims from terrorist captivity. Furthermore, troops also conducted successful rescue operation in North Central and Southeast region with Operation Real Stroke Troop in Nasarawa State and 34 Ali Brigade troops in the Imo State, rescuing 3 kidnapped victims during a crackdown on terrorist hideouts. According to the source, a combined team comprising 1 battalion rear of the Nigerian Army, other security forces and local vigilantes intensified crackdown on suspected collaborators and logistics suppliers of criminal groups in the Northwest, raiding criminals hideout in Kebbi and Sokoto State, where they arrested 6 suspected members of the notorious Lakurawa terrorist group and seized their logistics item and cash. The source reported a significant success against IPOB fighters in the Imo State, where troops dismantled and destroyed their sentry posts and an improvised explosive device factory and disposed of multiple explosives found along major routes. The news is very long, but for more in-depth, you can check the nation's newspaper. But a very big kudos to our Nigerian army. They did a very wonderful job. I think this news is related to that one that you read about the rescued kidnapped victims, because is a lot. I mean, for really people who dedicate their lives and just zeroed their mind and said that, okay, I am willing to save Nigeria, willing to rescue my fellow Nigerians and keep them safe. A great and wonderful kudos to all military forces, all security personnel in the country. You are doing very well and we'll always root for you. You'll never be tired. Thank you for doing a wonderful job.
And lastly, on Daily Post newspaper, concerns over Nigerian government delay payment of contractors. There have been concerns over the delayed payment of contractors by the Nigerian government. This was amplified recently by the chairman of the House of Representatives Committee on Monitoring and Evaluation, Obi Ogwacha. He had called on the Nigerian government to look into payments accrued to their contractors since last year. Earlier in June 2025, Bauchi lawmaker Senator Abdul Ahmad Ningi had also raised an alarm over non-payment of federal government contractors since 2024. On the floor of the Senate, Senator Ningi called for an immediate investigation. In reaction, the federal government through the OADF had pledged commitment to begin payment to contractors. However, that pledge was not immediately fulfilled. The situation continued to trigger concern and anxiety among stakeholders with its attendant effect on the economy. federal government with owing people money.
It's normal in
Stop
Nigeria.
all this.
It's very normal.
Well, time is not by our side.
Yes, our time is very, very fast spent.
That's the newspaper review on Emirate Radio. For more details on the stories, please visit the newspaper with.
Yes, we came in with. Thank you very much for listening.
Once again, I am Misturah Issa.
And I am Alimah Abdulsalam. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks for watching.